How are all of you doing today? Well, welcome back to the crazy train of frauditing, where we expose the real reason why frauditards are out there harassing government employees and the common citizen. It's because all of them are convicted criminals and can't get other jobs. They're all egotistical narcissists who hate authority. So I expose them so you can see who they really are. And today we're going to take a look at Mr. 303, also known as 303 Cop Block, and that's going to be David from Colorado. Now, David is another career criminal loser who goes out and videotapes claiming to be fighting for our First Amendment rights because he falsely thinks they're endangered. David is so wrong that we need him, and I'm hoping he goes to prison for a really long time. And you'll see what I'm talking about with that in just a few minutes. This is a kind of a moron who has the word hypocrisy written all over him. So without further ado, let's take a look into Davy Boy's criminal past. So old Davy Boy doesn't have very many vehicle and traffic infractions in his lifetime. I think there's like 6 here. If we go back to August 24th, 2010, he was driving around with no seatbelt on in Douglas County, Colorado. He was found guilty, given $163 in fine and fees. It would have just been easier to click it, so we didn't get the ticket. We're going to go ahead 3 years to August 15th, 2013. He picks up 2 charges, both out of Jefferson County, Colorado, driving under restraint and driving without a driver's license. Count 1 was dismissed. He was found guilty of count 2. He was given $142 in fine and fees. We're going to go ahead about a year and a half, and on February 17th, 2015, he's picked up for 3 charges out of Douglas County, Colorado: fictitious plates, unregistered vehicle, and expired license plates. Count 1 and 2 were dismissed by the DA, and he was found guilty on count 3. He was given $112 in fine and fees. Go ahead a year and a half, and on September 9th, 2016, he's walking in the roadway in Denver, Colorado. He got a ticket, and that charge was dismissed. We go ahead now to February 21st, 2017. He's charged with permitting an unauthorized person to drive out of Douglas County, Colorado. He was found guilty of driving under restraint and given $201 in fine and fees. Now he took a little trip, and he was charged with a leaking load by the Minnesota Highway Patrol out of St. Cloud, Minnesota. He was found guilty, but it does not give what the penalty was. Now we're going to go ahead to June 6th, 2011 for the beginning of his criminal history. Picks up 3 charges in Arapahoe County, Colorado: assault 3rd degree, knowingly or recklessly causing an injury, a misdemeanor; telephone, he obstructed service, a misdemeanor; and child abuse, knowingly or recklessly, and there was no injury there. He was found guilty on count 1. Counts 2 and 3 were dismissed by the DA. On August 2nd, 2011, he was sentenced to 60 days in jail, which was time served. He was given 2 years probation and a $1,644 fine and fees. Now you go ahead about a year and a half, January 25th, 2013, his probation was revoked. He was sentenced to 60 days in jail with credit for 36 days, and he was resentenced to 2 years of probation. Now we're going to go ahead 4 years to February 7th, 2017. His probation was revoked again. He was given 60 days in jail with credit for all the time served, and he was given another 60 days in jail with 30 days credit. So somewhere in here, I think he took off on probation and didn't report or anything and didn't get caught for about 4 years, and that's why all of a sudden they revoked his probation and gave him some more time. We're going to go ahead just 5 months, and on 11/28/2011, he's charged with a restraining order violation out of La Plata County, Colorado. He pled guilty to that charge, and on December 7th, 2011, he was sentenced to 10 days in jail, which was time served. He got 18 months probation and 1,129 days fine and fees. And we go to 2/27/2013. His probation was revoked. He was sentenced to 190 days in jail with credit for 10 days. We go ahead a few months, 6 months, and on May 11th, 2012, he's charged with 2 counts of protection order violation out of Jefferson County, Colorado. He pled guilty and to one of the charges, and one of the other charges was dismissed. He was given 45 days in jail, 2 years probation, and $929 in fine and fees. We go ahead 2 months, and on July 28th, 2012, he's charged with protection order violation, also out of Jefferson County. He pled guilty, was given 45 days in jail with credit for 22 days, and $557 in fine and fees, which he has never paid. We go ahead 4 months, and on November 13th, 2012, he's charged with another protection order violation, a misdemeanor, out of Jefferson County. He pled guilty. He was given 30 days in jail with credit for 23 days. He was given a $547 fine and fees, of which he still owes $25.63. Now we're going to go ahead, and on 7/14/2020, he's charged with trespassing out of Larimer County, Colorado. He was found guilty, given 6 months unsupervised probation, $81 in fine and fees, and he was ordered to stay away from the USC campus. And we go ahead just over a year, or just under a year, June 21st, 2021, he's charged with trespassing, misdemeanor out of Larimer County, Colorado, and that charge was dismissed. Now, for the interest of not reading 33 charges, I've condensed it down here, and on May 5th, 2023, he was arrested for 1 count of possession of a dangerous weapon, a felony, 2 counts of failure to securely store a firearm, both of those were misdemeanors. He has 4 counts of possessing a large capacity magazine, which are also all misdemeanors. He's got 3 counts of firearm background checks, being the transferee, and that's 3 charges, and they're all misdemeanors. He's got 12 charges of child abuse. 7 of those are going to be for knowingly or recklessly causing child abuse with no injury, it looked like. All of those are misdemeanors, and he got 5 charges for negligence with no injury, and those are also all misdemeanors. Now we go down, he's got 10 charges for cruelty to animals, and those are, I believe it's 5 where he failed to provide for the animals, and 5 were neglect charges. And then he's got 1 count of a hazardous waste violation. Now, he is currently in trial for those charges. The last thing I found was, I believe it was February 14th, 2025, he was in trial, and there's nothing listed after that. I did look up the Larimer County jail, and he's not currently in jail, so I'm not 100% sure where he is, what he's doing, and, how come it's been 2 weeks and we've got no update, unless he's going to be going on, he's got more trial dates that they haven't published yet. Now, old David, he's got 9 civil cases. And we start those out on October 4th, 2010, where Joy Trust sued Teresa Hamilton for an order of protection out of Jefferson County. And David here was listed under Joy's name. So the temporary order of protection was granted on October 12th, 2000. It was the initial order was granted on 10/4/2000, and on October 12th, 2000, it was vacated. We're going to go ahead now to August 2nd, 2011. Rachel sued David for a domestic abuse order of protection out of Jefferson County. The temp order was granted, and then on August 23rd, 2011, it was vacated. And we go ahead now 5 years, and on September 14th, 2016, David sued Jasmine for an order of protection out of Jefferson County. It says in there is September 15th, 2016 order, and then it says case closed and nothing. So I'm not sure if the order means he was given a protection order from Jasmine or not. It doesn't say. Colorado's not real good on documenting in their court cases there. And we go ahead 3 years now on August 18th, 2019. CNC of Denver sued David out of Denver County, and it doesn't say what it was all about. So we're going to go ahead now to August 5th, 2019. Actually, we're going to go backwards. I didn't put those in the right order. And David and his family sued Amanda for an order of protection out of Jefferson County. And the temp order was granted, and then on August 15th, 2019, it was vacated. December 9th, 2019, David and Rachel, through temporary orders of protection against each other. David went after Rachel in Arapahoe County for domestic abuse order of protection, and his got dismissed. Rachel's, she actually got the temporary order, and then on December 17th, 2019, it was vacated. April 9th, 2014, Rachel went after David again for domestic violence order of protection out of Larimer County, Colorado. This one on April 9th, 2024 just states order and then case closed. So I don't know if that means she is got an order of protection against him or not. I'm kind of leaning towards she didn't, because here's a picture of him wearing a handgun. He's wearing a handgun while he's on trial for 33 counts, several of those counts being weapons related. So it's kind of interesting. So I may have to call Larimer County tomorrow and find out if he does have an order of protection against him, because this picture right here would be kind of damning against him. And then we're going to go ahead to January 9th, 2025. Melvin Jr. here, he went after David for an order of protection out of Jefferson County, and the temp order was granted at that time, but on February 6th, 2025, the court order was vacated. And we got our header here. We got Mr. 303 Cop Block. That's David Michael, and I crossed out his last name there so we don't get a privacy strike. He was born in August of 1990. He's just a young man. I've got addresses for him in Lakewood and Fort Collins. I believe he's moved from Fort Collins, and he now lives in Lakewood. He's owned 3 businesses in his lifetime. We've got 303 Mile High Construction and Maintenance. He's currently delinquent on the registration for that, so I believe that company is now defunct. We've got 303 Multi-Services LLC. Again, he's delinquent on that one on the registration, so I believe that one is defunct. And he's got Pitbull Family Repair and Restore LLC. And he re-registered that on December 2024, so I believe that one is currently valid. Here's a picture of him from April 8th, 2023, wearing a security shirt. Interesting. He's so anti-police and anti-authority, but he was working in security at one time, which I find interesting considering all the charges he has in his past and in the future. So we've got, I believe the name of the company was Sparky's Consultants and Tactics, but I'm not 100% sure. And on April 8th, 2023, I've got a picture of him here. As you can see, he's holding an AR-15. So that's kind of interesting. He's got all these orders of protection against him. He's got all these crimes, yet he's got firearms still. Must be because he's not a convicted felon yet. And I've got a couple of email addresses for him there in case you ever wanted to email him. And that right there is the criminal past of Mr. 303 Cop Block David from Colorado. Now, what do you all think of him? Leave a comment in the comment section down below and tell us all how you feel about this Frauditard. Please give us a thumbs up so we know you liked the video. And as always, please, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell. That way you're notified of all the new videos in the future. Check out our Patreon page, where for just $1 a month, you can see all of the unedited information that I have to edit out to make YouTube happy. The Officer Down Memorial page reports 13 officers have been killed in the line of duty so far this year, and that is 5 more than last week. The bluehelp.org website is reporting 17 law enforcement officers have taken their own life so far this year, which is 3 more than last week. It's been a bad few days for law enforcement in this country, ladies and gentlemen. So please remember to back the blue, support your local law enforcement, and show them how much you appreciate them. I'm actually in touch with the Cook County courts over Audit Them's records. So hopefully very soon I will have Shady's records soon, and we'll get a video made up for you folks. So until next time, you all, please take care out there now.